computers in the classroom that the children have access to for certain types of activities.
Okay.
But what we found is that a reduction in screen time between the years 3 to 5 is probably the best thing for children. Their brain development, the brain develops more rapidly during that time period from 0 to 5 than any other time in their life. So it's important that they acquire the basic kinds of skills called executive functions to do well later on in their life.
Okay. Again, if you want to give Acelero Learning a call, they're taking your calls right now at 702-387-0179. That's 702-387-0179. And I stress how important it is to have early childhood education for success. And with that word, success is a big word because it can be defined in so many different ways. I'm successful. Okay, how are you measuring your success? Because for me, if my children are able to do for themselves and be happy and functional, that I feel, there is a success there. And I know, Tameka, you feel the same. But when I think about, sometimes we feel as though when our child is so young, that being within a facility like Acelero Learning, they don't need that. They could just stay home with grandma. They can stay home with their aunt as I go to work, and they'll be good because she'll let them watch for us it was Sesame Street, but those kind of things. But why is that mindset by staying home with grandma because mama at work might not be the best for your child, and Acelero Learning is really the best choice?
Well, for me, again, with them working with both generations, right? So you have your child in a structured program, a high quality program, but then they take you as a parent and give you the skills that you need to advocate on behalf of yourself and your child moving through the education process. That's something that, although we love grandma,
right.
but grandma not giving all those skills like that.
Yeah, right.
And so that's something that's just so very important. We want to make sure that families are ready to continue throughout the educational process when they leave from our doors.
Yeah.
So we equip them with the tools that they need.
Yeah.
Learning how to read data early.
Wow, that's big. Yeah. And then also, Tameka, I wanted you to talk about now once we have our child, we want to enroll them in some kind of program. A lot of people feel like, well, I'm not working, so I don't know if I really qualify. So do you have to have a job or some kind of thing that you're doing within the day, even if you're volunteering, or you might want to volunteer at Acelero Learning? Can you still qualify?
You can qualify. Again, we're income based.
Okay.
We're based on a point system of need.
Okay.
Like what's the need that you have? And so we do work with families who are not employed, but then we have other programming for those who are employed, like we have wraparound services. So the typical Head Start day is from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, right?
Okay.
And then for those who work beyond that, they can qualify for our child care subsidy. But it is limited and it's based on need.
Need, okay. Yeah. And is there a big need, John, right here in Nevada?
Absolutely.
Because we're in the entertainment capital of the world. The Raiders are coming. I want to know, what's the real deal? What's the root?
The real deal is that there are 10,000 to 14,000 children that can benefit from early childhood education services in our community.
Okay.
And we're trying to provide that service for that particular demographic, low-income demographic. But just to kind of go back and touch on what Tameka's saying about the program is that, we've got several options for parents if they bring their child to school in terms of the classroom. There are part-day programs with hours in the morning and hours in the afternoon. There is a full-day program or option from 8 to 2, and then the wraparound services go from 7:30 to 5:30. It is $25 a week. Based on the application you put in to child care assistance.
Okay.
In addition to that, we're federally funded, we're state licensed, and we try to stay at the top of our game all the time.
Yes.
With regards to those issues. There are family support services. We have specialized case management folks, family support advocates, health disabilities advocates, family engagement advocates that are available to each parent. The meals are, we provide meals. We
Yeah.
provide breakfast.
Good food.
Snacks, absolutely.
Okay.
Good food, nutritious.
Yes.
You know.
Because that was the
yes.
big in the school
Yes.
systems nationwide. They're talking about they feed the children, this, but not non-healthy food. But I know that you all have a nutritionist.
Yes.
So you all really feed the children well, correct?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
So they'll be well. And also I know you said there's 13 facilities within the
Yes.
Las Vegas. But what as it pertains to transportation, because I know that's a big issue. Sometimes it's one that's looked over, but somebody wants to get their child to the school, but they have no transportation. So how do you all deal with that?
Well, I mean, we don't provide transportation
Okay.
to the school.
All right.
But we do provide transportation information, and there are occasions when a vehicle breaks down, we can support with bus passes and things like that.
Yeah, and that's key. I'm telling you, is that sometimes we have to all get in here and help each other and resources. I think that's the biggest thing. People just don't know. That's why sometimes I hear about certain things. I said, well, my community, we were just talking about that, Tameka, and our community doesn't know about this. But I think it's really our obligation to let people within our community know about these wonderful services again at Acelero Learning, and it's for your child. It's open enrollment. They always enrolling, but again, children 6 weeks to 5 years, free for pre-K children, and it's just such a wonderful. Head Start has been around for how long?
Yes.
Now I started at EOB. How long? What, in 90, 92, and Head Start was under our umbrella at that time, but it's been around for a long, long time.
Actually, May 18th makes 54 years that
Wow.
Head Start has
Okay.
been around.
Yeah,
Right? And so it's one of those programs that, again, is federally funded.
Yeah.
And it's one of those programs that we all have to do our part to let our elected officials know that this program is so important.
Yeah.
Throughout the nation, but to our community.
Yeah.
Right?
Do we still have to advocate for Head Start? Is it still, because at one time they were talking about getting rid of it?
And sequestration, and we're always facing,
something.
always facing something, but we have to remain united and have a united voice saying that this program is in our community. This program works. This program deserves to be funded at a full level. At a full level, because it's about our children, but it's also about our staff.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they have a very important job. They're educating our future.
Our
right?
future.
Our future doctors, our
I
future
know.
lawyers, our future whatever
And I
these
think people
children want to
miss
be.
that, Tameka. People miss
Right.
that. Is because when I, even for myself, I just had a birthday, but I'm thinking, okay, if something should ever happen, who keeps Black Image Magazine alive? Who keeps, enterprising people alive? Who keeps this going? Who keeps that going? And it is about our future. If we don't reach back and lift up and educate properly. And I love how, and John, what you were saying is building the environment for success, winning, sustainability, those attributes, character building is built at Acelero Learning, not just for the child, but the parent too. Because I believe that parents, we just getting to work, feed, getting to work, and then sometimes we lose ourselves because we are so engulfed in the survival process. But I love when Acelero Learning said, no, parents, we're embracing you too. We hug you too. So everybody is learning at Acelero Learning. Again, that number is 702-387-0179. It's just a tremendous, tremendous service. And John, I know you had so many points that you wanted to, I know, what is the other point you wanted to really go over?
Well, we talked about executive function and some of the things that can do for the children, but we're more than happy to talk about that when a person comes to the center.
Okay.
But I think the biggest thing is that the difference between a child that doesn't have these services provided and a child that does can be seen when they walk in the door of kindergarten. Okay? The children that are involved in our program, they are prepared to succeed.
Right.
They're prepared to move forward. And in most cases, our children are better prepared than almost all the other children that are coming into
I know.
Clark County.
I know.
So we really want
A lot of those
to
people.
encourage. We want to encourage parents. Bring your children to our program, but it's not our program. Bring them to the program.
Bring
Get
them
into early childhood
Yeah,
education.
early childhood education. It's not just for your child; it's for you too. And I really just celebrate both of you all for doing God's work, because it's about our children. And I just really, really honor Acelero Learning for doing so much for our children. The Head Start program, for many people that are now in executive positions, even to the President of the United States, Barack Obama, they all had early childhood education, and this is something that we should embrace and not afford our children to have an opportunity to go there. We have to make sure that they get into early childhood education. Now, again, the phone number for you to call is 702-387-0179. Education, education, education. I'm headed back to my Spelman College reunion this week, and I tell you, the education, I went through the whole Clark County system, plus the Head Start system here in Las Vegas, and now to go back to my college reunion to see many of my sisters that did the same, now in executive level positions, doctors, lawyers, attorneys, they're advocates for their community. It works. It works. That's all you need to know. It works. So don't deny your children those opportunities at 702-387-0179. Again, John and Tameka, thank you so much. We got to do this again.
Absolutely.
Because I think people are still, you will be surprised how many people don't know the process, are not familiar, or how do I do that? And people are coming into Las Vegas each and every day. So we have to always keep them woke to the situation. And before I get off the line, I definitely want to, just when I talk about parents, and a lot of parents are struggling with employment and those kind of things, I want to give a shout out to Lauren Anderson. She has a wonderful, wonderful business, allinrecruiting.com. You can go there or get information at info@allinrecruiting.com, and she not only helps you find a job, but she also helps you with developing your resume. I mean, beautiful resumes. So Lauren Anderson, she also writes for Black Image Magazine, so you can find all her information in Black Image Magazine. I just wanted to give her a shout out, because it's really, once the parent is set, then the children are set. Because and that's why I love about Acelero Learning, is because you all deal with the whole family, and we can't separate the two. We have to deal with the whole family. Listen, I want you to stand by. Donald Marquez is coming up next, and we want to thank Southern Nevada Water Authority, Power 88 KCEP, Las Vegas Black Image Magazine, and you too for being enterprising people.